Hello and welcome to the second T20 international between Pakistan and Ireland from the Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore. Well, we've had quite a wet start. It's been drizzling, last night rain and then early morning. That's why a delayed start. This is some time ago. It was quite a very persistent drizzle, which was down coming in here at the Gaddafi Stadium. The ground staff did very well to keep that square covered, to make sure that the game can start off as soon as possible once the rain stops. So it has been under covers for a while, and now we're in a good zone. It's quite breezy and it's cool air. Certainly the temperatures have dropped here in Lahore. The teams did have a bit of a warm-up session. That's the breeze I'm talking about, and it is cold out there. That's the itinerary. Ireland's first ever tour to Pakistan, the 3 ODIs that took place from 4th to 9th, and now we're here with the second T20 at the Gaddafi Stadium on the 14th of November. And to watch this match, we've got some crowd in here. Lots of schoolgirls have come in and they've been waiting patiently with that rain around, and they are all set now to watch the action in the second game between the two sides, and they'll be cheering on their favorites from the Pakistan team, and of course they have some favorites in the Ireland team as well. Let's now head down and get our pitch report going, and it's going to be Ali Yunus who will tell us more.
It's a beautiful morning here in Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore, and it's been drizzling since morning. The weather has gone cooler, as the numbers suggest. It's just 17% is the temperature and 76% is the humidity, and there are chances of 83% that it might rain today also. Another factor to look out is the boundaries. I'm standing at the media center, and the boundaries on my right and left is 60 meters. Even in the front is 60. The back is also 60. It's all around the same numbers. The other thing is the pitch, a typical Gaddafi Stadium pitch. It looks soft because of the weather. There are conditions that there is moisture in the pitch available. As I look into the pitch, it's not as hard as Gaddafi Stadium seems to be. So if I'm the toss winning captain, I'll win the toss and bowl first.
Okay, so we know now what the pitch is like and what to expect out of it. It's been under covers, as we said, throughout the night and then in the morning. Toss will be important because the side winning will have slightly a bit of an advantage out there. So let's join Andrew Leonard and the two captains.
Time for the toss here at the Gaddafi Stadium. The second T20I in the series is on the line. Ireland 1-0 up. I've got the key players alongside me in the middle. I've got the Pakistan captain, Bisma Maharouf, joined by the Ireland captain, Laura Delaney, and the ICC match referee. Good morning and welcome to Mr. Ali Naqvi. We've had a slightly delayed start, but no lost overs. Bisma, you've got the coin. Give it a toss.
Heads.
Heads is the call. It's taking its time to decide. And at the last second, it's a tail. Bisma, you've won the toss. What are you going to do and why?
We are going to bowl first. I think the pitch was under the covers and it's a bit cloudy, so we're going to bowl first.
Are you feeling the pressure being 1-0 down in the series?
Definitely. I think the Irish team played really well, the first team, and the first match we have made some mistakes on that match. We'll try to rectify in this game.
Any team news and your approach to today's game?
We are going with the same 11.
Okay, Bisma, very best of luck today.
Thank you.
It's Bisma Maharouf, the captain of Pakistan. We'll speak now to Laura Delaney. Laura, you very nearly won the toss. It took its time to decide. What would you have done if you'd won the toss?
Yeah, I would have bowled too. There is a bit of rain around. I suppose that would be the only reason that would encourage us to bowl first, but happy to bat first.
Are you feeling the weight of history on the line? You could take a series win here if you win today?
No, not at all. I think if there's any pressure, it's on Pakistan playing a home series. But for us, we're just looking to go out and execute our plans again. It's a great opportunity for us to continue building on what we've been working on.
Okay, finally, no changes to your team, but what's your approach going to be now you've been asked to have a bat first?
Yeah, so 17 overs, I think we'll look to be a little bit more aggressive just outside the power play. I thought the girls were brilliant in the power play in the last game, but I think one area that we can look to maybe accelerate a little bit earlier is just after the power play. So overs 5 to 9 is a key area that we're going to try and target.
Laura, very best of luck today.
Thank you so much.
So that's the news from the toss. Pakistan, they've won the toss, no real surprise with the rain around. They're going to have a bowl first.
Here we are. So Pakistan have decided to bowl first. I've got Marina Iqbal alongside me. Marina, not a bad call from the Pakistan captain. But who's going to bowl the new bowler with Fatima Sana? They don't have Diana. They don't have Kainat Imtiaz. They might get Alia to use the new ball.
Good morning, Sikandar, and good morning everyone with us. Well, definitely, I think that could have been a very rational decision to bring a pacer in, because given the fact that rain is around, we've got a really breezy morning here. I don't know why it wasn't put out there, but yes, it's a big question, because spinners initially did not trouble Ireland, but if you are opting to bowl first in these conditions, you should make adjustment in the playing 11. I think Kainat Imtiaz would have been a good option with the new ball. Alia Riaz, I don't think she'll be comfortable with the new one, but again, now with 17 overs, they need to bowl really well and try and grab early wickets.
Amy Hunter is going to open. She usually plays number 3 in the ODIs, but in the T20 she's opening. She couldn't get amongst runs in the first T20, but she surely is one of those who will go after the bowling right up front. She's a very hard hitter of the ball, and she's got some good numbers supporting her. Especially in the ODIs, she's got 121, and I'm told very promising young cricketer. And Gabby Lewis, what an innings she had in opening in the first T20, and took the responsibility of taking the side to a very famous first ever win.
Fatma Sana, no surprises there. She came back from an injury, missed out on Asia Cup, but again, she has been a very vital part for Pakistani bowling lineup. Picked up ICC Player of the Year award as well.
Starts with the wide. There will be movement, so as a fast bowler, you'll probably have to be very, very accurate with what you want to bowl, because there's a wind blowing across 25 kilometers was the number that I saw at the time of the pitch report, and it's cool, so this weather will suit Ireland. They'll feel like at home. Pakistan, of course, will have to adjust. This is the start of winters, and suddenly this rain will change the weather drastically towards temperatures going down. Once again, she's got some bat onto it, or is it the pad? That's boundary, and runs here. It's wide, nothing on it. So it's just exaggerated swing and movement.
It was expected under these conditions. It's obviously got a lot of rain around, got breeze, so they need to adjust very quickly, because in a T20 game, and that too of 17 overs, you have to be spot on. That's exaggerated swing, as you said. Hasn't been in good rhythm once she came back. Fatma Sana, it's never easy for a fast bowler, but still she's experienced enough to adjust her line and length.
Bat on the ground, nothing else. It's a wide again. They've got that slip in position. As you go, this marginal, but it's moving further away.
Wide of the crease, Fatma Sana trying to angle it in this time. It just kept on going in a straighter line. She's got the swing, she can swing it both ways. A slight adjustment in the field, have pushed 45 back. It's fine leg. Mid wicket coming in.
Yeah, that's what you want to bowl. She's trying to angle that in to the right-hander. You can see how she bends her back and that wrist position. She was forced to try something outside the off stump after those two wides. Good numbers coming in. School kids. It's Monday. They've been. You can say it's sort of a field trip. Slightly full as hit hard. It's travelled quickly to third. And first runs off the bat.
That has been a substantial intent from Irish team, especially the openers, Amy Hunter and even Gabby. They'll go hard. They know the importance of power play. They know the importance of intent. Anything outside off stump or anything in their zone, they'll swing it hard to get those runs. We've seen that in the previous T20 as well.
She's in good form. "17 overs aside, so they'll have to be a little quicker than the 20-over version. And the power play will be key in that situation.
That was a brilliant delivery, hitting the right length, just taking away from Gabby Lewis. That's what she wants to bowl. That's her potential right there. All was missing was an edge, just inviting her to play that drive. The footwork wasn't accurate from Gabby.
She had one failure in the ODIs, Gabby Lewis, but then she got back into that rhythm and the way she handled the first T20. She's got that confidence. It was just that first game, the first outing or the first ODI. It was a very tentative one. They were just trying to adjust to the conditions, understanding what it's going to offer them because it's the first ever visit to Pakistan. And immediately after the second and the third ODI, you could just feel that they're now getting those bearings. And what do you know? Start off with a win in the T20s.
Let's not forget the age group of Irish team. I mean, Amy is 17, Gabby just 19. The maturity is impeccable. Won't race way to the boundary. Will pick up a couple to end the over. First gone, Ireland are up and running, 8 without loss. Unchanged side. Obviously, I think Pakistan would have added another pacer. That's my point of view with the overcast conditions. Ireland very balanced. Up the order, they do rely heavily on Gabby, Amy, Laura coming down. Orla, that was a brilliant all-round performance in the first T20.
Right down, putting over.
Eamon Anwar will be bowling from the pavilion end. You would know, Marina. When was the last time you saw Eamon bowling the new ball? Is this something new for her? Or she has been used before as well?
She has always been a new ball bowler all her career because she relies heavily on her swing. She's not that pacey. Coming in death overs, she comes into with all those cutters, but with the new ball, that's where you can utilize her even more so.
But for the longest time, I've seen Diana, and now with Fatma Sana around, they bowl the new ball. Maybe condition-wise in different places, they would probably use her, as you said, that she has swing.
Whenever Eamon is inside the lineup, she's always been utilized with the new ball because, again, the swing, that's lethal. When she gets it right, when she gets the length right, that's when she can be very lethal. And the lack of pace actually can create problems for the opposition to go after her. She's got a good field, probably some defensive field. You won't see any catching around the batter, but that's her role is. It's not to take wickets, it's to contain inside the power play.
A slight hold up in play because they want the side screen to move a bit and probably, yes, cover those advertisements. They come in the eye line of the batter. It's sorted now. Gabby Lewis on strike. Driven away nicely. There's protection. The sweeper cover around. So yeah, the conditions tell us that the power play will be of 5 overs because it's a reduced game, 17 overs aside. 2 bowlers can bowl 3 overs each and rest of them can share 2 overs each.
I've always been a little skeptical of the approach, especially in T20s when it comes to bowling. Bisma Maroof, yes, Ayman Anwar, as I mentioned, relies more on containing runs, but with the new ball in T20s, you want early breakthroughs, you want your paces out there. You can actually go and create those breakthroughs, get early wickets and put pressure on the opposition. Containing runs, to some extent, I do feel is a defensive approach.
That's a good call from Gabby. She really had to drag Amy Hunter out of the crease for that single. It took a little while, Amy, to take off from that crease.
Yeah, definitely. It was better judgment from Gabby Lewis. She was the one facing the danger end. It's one area where Ireland has progressed a little over the series, but they can work a lot on it, running between the wickets, providing that aggressive approach which they bring when they're coming out to bat. Just really couldn't find the middle of the bat. But yes, they can even push it harder to turn those couples into triples.
Oh, inside edge. Still gets the single. It's just that late swing. He got that inner side of the bat. It's 2 overs bowled, 14 for no loss. School kids coming in large numbers and they're loud, Marina. It's very surprising that that bunch is actually making it very noisy. Well, it's good to see them all charged up early in the morning, first day of the week, enjoying a good game of cricket and supporting Pakistan here, playing against Ireland.
It's really good to see these sides. Women cricket is on the rise here in Pakistan. We've got plenty of stars to follow. Fatma Sana is one of them. Just again that swing. She's getting the movement, but the line and length need to be impeccable to create some impact early on in the power play. These 3 up the order for Irish team is really important. These 3 wickets, Pakistan need to target them.
Still not getting that timing right. Gabby Lewis trying to drive that through covers. Again, that late movement gets the inner side of the bat. Just the timing is just missing.
He's trying to play into the offside. Fatma Sana is bringing the ball back into her. Probably should take middle stump as a guard and try to work it with the swing. It's never easy to play cover drive or anything into the offside to an in-swinger.
This time a leading edge and gone. Short cover takes the catch. Pakistan have their breakthrough and a big one. Gabby Lewis trying to work it on the onside. You just get a feeling that she's got that leading edge. She was early into the shot and again that timing was missing. Pakistan would take that.
It was a matter of time. Fatma Sana was creating those dot ball pressure on Gabby Lewis. This time just head falling, wasn't in control at all. Threw her bat and the dot ball pressure has gotten to her. Gabby Lewis, big wicket gone on 4. Ireland 1 down on 14.
Ola Prendergast, the number 3, again very good cricketer. What we've seen and her performance both with the ball and the bat. She was the player of the match in the first T20. And she'll have a say for sure. 75 not out her best. She's playing in that all-important number 3. That's a beautiful delivery. It was angling in, just pitches and just straightens up.
She's got some pace, serious pace behind her, Fatma Sana. You can see that the rhythm is getting better and better. She's finding her steps. Again, the line and length was brilliant this time. This was Gabby Lewis. Just really couldn't get on top of the bounce. That gap created resulted in an angled bat.
Oh, that was close once again. Almost Bismarck thought that she was in play again. That length and that leading edge, you just feel that you come into the shot a little early and it just hits you on high on the bat.
It's brilliant bowling from Fatma Sana. Definitely another half opportunity, I would say. You need Orla to be on the back foot right away because she can dent Pakistan bowling lineup as she did in the previous T20.
Good bowler's back drive and into the over. Is it? Yes, 3 gone. And it's a wicket maiden, 14 for 1. Pakistan playing the second T20 international with Ireland here at the Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore. 14 for 1 Ireland, 17 overs a side game. And it's 17 because it's been drizzling all through the morning. So just to let you know that once again 5 overs a side is the power play, and 2 bowlers can bowl 3 overs each. The rest of them will have to bowl a couple of overs and share it with them, between them. Direct hit would be out. Oh, and what happened there? Why didn't the bails get flicked over?
That was a huge chance for a run out firstly, and the direct hit would have done it, but again I think Muniba totally missed out where she was standing. Should have taken those bails out in a flash.
That's very strange. I have not seen that before. When you're standing there as a keeper, you obviously know that, I mean, I can say that how far you are sitting and how much forward I have to bend or, you know, move to touch your shoulder. She should have dived with the ball. And she didn't make a second attempt even.
These chances can cost you the game. And I've always been an advocate of having a regular keeper. rather than a part-time Muniba, taking nothing away from her, but have a look at that. She should have known what the distance was. It was very casual from her.
Once again, a quick run. That should have gone to the cover field. The bowler went after it. Yeah, these opportunities are very important. I mean, they will come to you probably once in a game. And obviously, when you're looking at Amy Hunter or Ola Prendergast, these are big wickets. And this would have been Prendergast. And she's been hurting you in the T20s. And she has a life here. She had given up, almost.
Given the fact Sidra Nawaz kept brilliantly in the ODIs, took really tough chances as well. You would want her to continue because T20 series is important. The World Cup is around the corner. I do understand the combinations, but you need to keep your genuine keepers in. 4 gone, Ireland 17, 1 down.
Down the track, over the head. That is a brilliant shot. One bounce and over the ropes. This is what they're looking for. More boundaries is what they're searching for, these Irish batters. They've been struggling to get those boundaries, but this one will give a lot of confidence to Amy Hunter. Oh, look at that. Nice coming down the track. Good follow through also. An excellent result.
Well, what a start from Amy Hunter to this over. Extraordinary stroke down the track, getting right to the pitch. The ball nearly flies all the way for 6. Very good morning to you, Ali. What a way to start.
Just love this approach from Amy. She's been there, 10 deliveries. Now she's middling the ball. Now she's getting that confidence on this pitch. One can imagine early on the conditions, overcast conditions, the ball did a bit. They had to struggle, but now they're getting that. And the pitch, it's been good. It's been a typical Gaddafi Stadium pitch all through these series. What do you make of it, of this, Sandhu?
Yeah, certainly a very good batting wicket. I think of the 2 wickets we've used throughout this tour, this probably the better of the 2. Don't worry about those cracks too much. There's a little bit of turn on offer, but generally just skids on.
Big swing. There's a field. Oh, you can't get it. Just bouncing right before I shouldn't have seen the. But the approach is just brilliant. That swing of the bat, it's just amazing.
I'm going to sound like a broken record. Amy Hunter is 17. 17 years of age. As prodigious a young talent as we see, certainly in the history of the Irish women's game, I believe. And maybe of all of the developing nations in the women's game, Hunter just stands out sensationally. Moves to double figures. Good start this for Ireland after that significant early movement from the seamers.
Again, that's lofted over. Beautiful. That is a shot and a half by Ola.
Well, a clear discussion, a clear tactic. The start of this over, they're going to make use of what is the final over of the power play with our slightly shortened match. We're down to 17 overs. Down the track, mid-off, mid-on, up. Free swing of the arms. The power and the timing that these two possess for 2 such young cricketers, one 17, one 20 years of age, it's hugely impressive. They hit the ball as hard, really, as you'll see anywhere in the women's game. Good start this for Ireland, having lost the toss.
Oh, how did that miss? How did that miss? It was a brilliant comeback delivery by Fatma Hassan after being hit for a couple of boundaries in this over. It's the length that matters.
There is still movement on offer. It's missed by what? A coat of paint, maybe no more than that. Oh yes, beautifully bowled. Been a bit of everything so far this morning from Fatma Hassan. Lost her radar in the first over. All those wides gave Ireland a bit of a freebie start, but then struck back with the big wicket of Lewis. 1 ball remains now in the power play.
No, says Emmy, that's the right way. You don't want to run out at this point because this is a good comeback by Ireland. It's 26 for 1 after 5. One wicket for Fatma Sana. Aben Anwar used for 2 overs without a wicket, but she's bowled at that good line and length. 7 runs given. Good economy, 3.50. To winning the toss, Pakistan opting to ball first. They would relatively be happy, Andrew, at this moment. Pakistan winning the toss, bowling first, getting that early start.
I think it's actually a pretty good start. I think you're spot on. I think it was very difficult early. The key to this match, and quite possibly the series, is how Ireland play these overs of spin. We may well see as many as 10, 11, even 12 overs of spin. Nida Dar into the attack, all of her experience. Ireland have actually played the seamers pretty well in this series. It's been the spinners who've taken wickets for Pakistan. Big moment in the match now with Dar coming on.
Played it with soft hands. 2 is the call, but I'm not sure they're going to get it because it's Alia Riaz there, Pakistan's best fielder, patrolling that hot spot, that long on boundary. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Andrew, when you say that. This is their biggest challenge, how they negotiate Nida Dar. She's the most experienced Pakistani bowler, 115 wickets to her name, the most by anyone in Pakistan. She knows how to bowl in these conditions. Good run, very good running. That is top class.
She's in the form of her life, isn't she? Well publicised, the ICC Women's Player of the Month last month. Flying start to this series as well. Good running this though. It's weighted nicely and good communication. 3 spinners available for Pakistan. We'll see Dar with her right arm off spin. We'll see the leg spinner Ghulam Fatima, and then we'll see the left arm spin of Nashra Sandhu. That's a really good balance to the attack.
Yeah, Bisma Maroof is lucky to have so much variety in her bowling lineup. Again, bowling it very slow. Nida Dar, she probably realizes that this is a slow pitch, and if you bowl slow, it gets more slower. So you, as a batter, you have to create that force. Yep, that's the numbers we were talking about. We're talking about most wickets in women's T20I. Nida Dar right there at number 2 with 122 matches and 115 wickets. That's some record. Straight, very straight, but there is protection. Oh, she can't get it off. That's gone through for 4.
And again, another indication of just how hard Orla Prendergast hits the ball. And it's the ease with which she comes down the track. Look at this. Never tries to overhit. It's just a punch. But as soon as she gets to the pitch of the ball, punches it down the ground, skids away across the turf. That's really good batting. Taking on Pakistan's gun bowler and saying, we're not afraid of you, we're not scared of you. We're going to keep going. Good start this from Ireland. Very impressive.
Again, very good batting. She realizes that their mid-wicket fielder was moved squarer towards square leg, and they've run equally well for those 2 runs. That is excellent cricket by this Irish pair. 6 gone, 35 for 1. Orla Prendergast, probably the best Irish batter that we have seen, Andrew, in this game, in this series rather. The way she hits the ball and the strike rate, that's what we were talking about, 127.
Yeah, and if we consider this the sort of post-pandemic times, post-COVID, Prendergast is hitting the ball about as well as anyone in the world of the women's game. We saw Isha Oza, very successful for the UAE with that young team. Smriti Mandana, class act. Danny Wyatt, a power hitter at the top, and Laura Wolfhard, sheer class from South Africa. But Prendergast is up there mixing it with them. And Gabby Lewis and Amy Hunter aren't far behind. So that top 3 for Ireland, so important. Nashra Sandhu now into the attack.
Yeah, absolutely. You make a good point. Those 2-3 top batters from Ireland, they've been the most impressive batters. They've shown that. They've scored runs and a good strike rate also. That's the impressive part. That is why they look a different team when playing T20Is rather than the ODI cricket.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of the change of format and that adjusting to the conditions. If we consider the improvement that we've seen from Ireland throughout this tour, that's what's been most notable, most probably pleasing for Ed Joyce and his coaching team. The results Yes, they didn't go their way in the ODIs, but you could see the improvement. Very measured, very tangible. Great work from Ed Joyce and his coaching team.
It seems like they're here to improve, and they've done a good job. They struggled early on, the first 2 games. They had no idea about the conditions, but they adjusted well. You saw the improvement in the 3rd ODI, and then winning the first T20I. Down the track straight. Oh, there was a chance. It went straight to Naisha Sanda. She just could not got stuck into it. That's a big miss. That can be.
Definite chance, Ali. Definite chance. And when you get both hands to it, it's never easy off your own bowling. You should back yourself to take it. But again, Hunter's hit it well. Actually, maybe just the one hand she got to it. A drop chance, and it's caused some damage as well. Another indication of just how hard Hunter and Prendergast hit the ball. That could be costly.
The use of the feet. They've been brilliant with that footwork. The Irish batters getting to the pitch of the ball and then hitting it hard. The catch, the last one, the drop chance, it was really hit hard. Chances like that, they're stuck in your hand sometimes. That didn't happen for Naisha Sandhu. Where did that come from? Kept low, so low. Lucky that it was not in the line of the wickets. 7 overs gone, 39 for 1 Ireland.
Definite different climatic conditions today here in Lahore. There's a great saying back in Ireland: everywhere we go, we bring the weather with us, and that's what we've done here. The rain, the breeze. The famous story of the Irish men's team, I think it was back in 2013, we managed to bring the rain to the desert of Abu Dhabi. A T20 World Cup qualifier game washed out. It had never happened before in the history of UAE cricket. Somehow, if you've got a drought, just invite the Irish over. We'll make it rain for you.
Yeah, please come in June or July here in Lahore so we can get some rain. More of an Irish weather. That's why you were probably very happy this morning. Ghulam Fadna, just 1 wicket for her at this level. Again, use of the feet. Playing it right between the fielders.
Yeah, Ghulam Fadna into the attack. Let's just take a look at that last ball of the previous over, Ali. We haven't really seen this throughout the entire series. Watch this. Almost rolls along the ground. I think great credit to Amy Hunter to actually keep that out. Like you said, if it was a bit straighter, Hunter would have been gone for all money.
Oh, she saved. That was very close. That use of the feet again. They got to be careful because this is a slow pitch.
Look at the turn on offer. This is ragged square. Almost could have been given as a wide, possibly. Would have been harsh on the young leg spinner, in fairness. Beautiful seam position. Hunter does well to get back. Remember, she's already been stumped here once. Both Prendergast and Hunter have been stumped one time apiece, once in the ODI series, once in the T20I series.
Big spin. Sloppy, very sloppy. Javeria again. She had a tough day. The first one also in the field. Again, sloppy start to her match too.
It hasn't been the comeback that Javeria Khan would have wanted, the former captain. Just really struggled with the bat, didn't she? Difficult one, that one, in fairness, with the spin on the ball. Nice stroke. This is a good shot. Very well weighted for Prendergast, getting deep in the crease. She's going to get 4. Ireland impressive this morning.
Yeah, the footwork again. They've been using the feet and this time rocking it onto the back foot and placing it beautifully. Yep, just realizing the length, probably not much of the footwork, but those quick hands coming into play, and the placement was perfect right between the two fielders. The result also very good. Very hard again.
I think what we saw from that last delivery, Ali, as well, was that the outfield nowhere near as quick as we saw in the first few games, particularly the first 2 ODIs where it was lightning. There hadn't been any rain around Lahore. We've seen a little bit of a change in the weather coming into winter here really now in Pakistan. And what that means, Ali, I think you can add maybe 10 or 15 runs to whatever kind of a total that Ireland end up with. End of the 8th over, this is a good start. It's 47 for 1.
recovered really well, Ireland here. And these two are really important. Orla down the track, slammed it hard, but will only be one. Amy Hunter, a lot of talk going around as what to her potential is. She really hasn't shown that. Again, this time, no worries for Pakistan. Muniba doing a good job behind the stumps. And the danger wicket, Orla goes. Nashra Sandhu brings the magic in, and Pakistan will be relieved. Got a big wicket. She was looking very dangerous. Way too early out of the blocks. Far away from the delivery as well. And Muniba Ali had ample time to take those bails off. Gone on 20, a good innings, but it came to an end. Ireland 2 down on 48.
Laura Delaney, the captain of Ireland, walks in. 84 matches to her name, 61 her best. Remember, it's a 17 overs a side game. The first match was a complete 20 over T20. They managed, Pakistan put up 135. And that was scored inside 20 overs. 18 overs and a couple of deliveries by Ireland and finished it off. So today they'd be looking to score somewhere around that and test Pakistan in 17 overs. Nashra Sandhu will be continuing. She's got 1 for 5. And straight away off the mark, Laura.
That was a big wicket. Orla last time dented Pakistan. And this is Laura getting off the mark. But the thing is, Gaby Lewis held one end in the previous T20, which actually took Ireland off the line.
Oh, that's very well done. That fielding sent both the batters back in the crease.
The ball kept on going away. Wasn't in line.
Keep in mind the outfield was damp and was quite wet actually at the start of the game, so the ball just wouldn't travel quickly or as quickly to the boundary. But they still managed to get those 50 on the board, Ireland. So when Pakistan comes out to bat, it will be much better. You'll find a slightly quicker outfield. The sun's still not out, so don't expect it to dry up anytime quicker. End of the over, 9 gone, Ireland 50 for 2. $50 for 2, 9 gone. So 2 bowlers can bowl a set of 4 overs. That's the maximum quota in a T20. The rest of them will share. And depending on the captain, that's a clever shot there from Amy Hunter. She came down, saw the length wasn't there, just cut that behind the square.
It's good ploy against Ghulam Fatma because she tosses it up. You have to stay in line because he will get some turn on any given surface.
Oh, that's a smart shot. That's very well done. She got outside the line of the ball, and there's always a boundary on it. The flight allowed her to get into that position quickly.
She's playing with her. The previous delivery, she came down the track, this time staying and going deep, going across. She knew exactly where the fielder was. Easy picking for her. She's 17 years old. She's mature enough to improvise.
You know, in T20s, I'd say T20s, otherwise in every format you've got to be quick on your feet. But she gets in good positions straight away. She allows herself to elevate that from outside the off stump, over fine like this in the air, and just passes over the fielder in the circle. And they will come back for 2. In fact, they can actually come for 3, but they've decided not to go on the throw.
Amy Hunter, she's trying to do all sorts of things, not allowing Ghulam Fatma to settle down on one length. And for a 70-year-old, I have to keep saying that. She's a very smart operator, pushing and forcing bowlers and opposition to change the plans they came up against with Amy.
Once again, tried something similar, but she knows the needs the run, so the captain has given her the license to go after the bowling. You see, Marina, that the flight allows her, because the ball stays in the air for a little while. You can just judge where it's going to come, and that's how she moves around a lot, Amy. That's well done by Nidada. Covered good ground to get to that on the bounce. 10 overs bowled, it's 57 for 2. Again, smashing that. They saw those playing conditions on the screen. 2 bowlers can bowl a full quota of 4 overs each, and then rest can bowl 3 overs and finish off the 17 overs a side game. Remember, Ireland is 1 up in the series. They need to win 1 more to bag it. Pakistan would feel that pressure.
Running has been really brilliant from the Irish batters, putting pressure on the Pakistani fielders this time. Again, it was Javeria. Hasn't had a good outing so far in T20Is. It's halfway through there, not halfway actually, it's 17 over games, but the thing is that Amy needs to be out there. Laura won't be targeting the bowlers. They've got no one who can go big down the order.
Is the outfield, which we're talking about, is a bit damp, otherwise that surely would have gone to the boundary. But the ball just dies out in the end because it is heavy outfield there. And that's what the Irish batters realize. So they're running quick in between the wickets. Suddenly Amy is now picking up 28 of 34.
They need to dig deep, but on a decent run rate. They've got Emma Richardson who can take bowlers apart. But other than that, Louise Little probably yes, but 3 big are almost back in the hut for Ireland.
62 for 2 after 11 overs.
Amy Hunter still out in the middle on 29. Gabby Lewis and Orla, these two were huge wickets for Pakistan. Orla was again looking very destructive, 20 of 17. Laura has a role to play, probably an anchor innings. We've got Arlene come in. Richardson would be another key point for Ireland if they want to post a good total to challenge Pakistan.
What's the first class team doing here? They're supposed to be playing their match next door at the LCCA ground. We saw that batting card, I'm told by Andrew, that I think it's Rebecca Stockwell, or is it Louise Little, who one of them are power hitters, so they can hit the ball big. If they require, they can be promoted in the order. It's Louise Little, so that's the name. Just confirm that she can hit the ball out of the park. He used the long handle.
These dot ball can hurt Ireland at the end of the innings. Laura obviously not a big hitter, but she needs to give strike more to Amy.
Don't take it away from the Pakistan bowlers. They've been pretty accurate, the spin especially. Ghulam Fatima doing well, Nida Dar and Nashra Sandhu not allowing the two batters to go big. It's in the air for a while, but still find the fielder just a single.
What Bisma has done is kept a lot of fielders inside the circle to just block those singles and forcing Irish players to go aerial, take their chances and risks.
It's in the air. Catch it is the call, but it'll land between the two, long on, long off.
Amy's trying her best to capitalize on any opportunity given to get those boundaries going. These are big boundaries, and obviously pace taken off by Nida. She's a smart operator.
That's gone through those four fielders inside the circle on the offside. But again, that outfield, look at the ball just dying out. It's heavy. And with that shot, the batters come back for 3.
Aisha Naseem, she could have done a little better effort. She's disappointed. That outfield, as you mentioned, is helping Pakistan. It's good running from Ireland.
He almost stepped on her hand with those spikes while trying to stop the ball. It's under the over, 12 gone, and it's 68 for 2.
Bowler. And just as we're having a shuffle here in the commentary box, Laura Delaney has lost her stumps, cleaned up comprehensively. One that's probably kept a little bit low. And Sandhu's spell proving fairly pivotal here. This one's just skidded on. Delaney goes across the line and pays the price.
Yeah, not the right choice of shot. When the ball is keeping low, you look to play straight. She chose otherwise, wanted to go across, and that's a big wicket. We know that, what she's capable of. Undone by Nashra Sandhu. She scored 6 of 9. It's 68 for 3.
Emma Richardson to the crease at number 5. Very experienced, very good player of spin. One of the big things in that chase, the successful chase where Ireland needed 136 to win the first T20I, was Richardson's first ball. First ball went for 4, And Ireland kept that momentum, having lost Delaney. Should be looking for a good impact here. Only 5 overs remain. I think they have to get to 3 figures. They need 100 plus.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. What is the good score in 17 overs? They would be comfortable defending. Nasha Sandhu, she's bowled a brilliant spell into her 4th over, just 12 runs. It's a good start. She's tried different things and that's gone through. That is an excellent start by Emma. That will run down. Yes, it does. Good start by her.
Well, history repeats itself. The first delivery in the first T20I, Richardson gets the sweep shot out. That time it was a conventional sweep. This time it's the reverse. She plays this like other batters would play a forward defensive or a cover drive. It comes as second nature to her and picks the gap perfectly. Outfield much, much slower. Add 10 to 15 to that total for Ireland because of that.
And again, there's a huge appeal. Look at Maniba. But no, says umpire. Rightly so, probably hitting outside the off stump. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. She's starting off doing different things. Just trying to disturb the line from Nasha Sandhu.
This is a very good decision because it's struck outside the line, just outside the line of off stump. And Given is not out, but then Given his leg buys. No bat, no glove involved.
Down the track, into the gap. Brilliantly placed. That is an excellent shot by Amy Hunter. She is in a form of her life. Just 17 years old, 35 of 38. That's a fantastic inning.
Yeah, this is turning into a gem of a knock. Again, gets to the pitch of the ball. No fear of using her feet at all. There's no fear, full stop, is there, for Amy Hunter. Gets a good piece of it. Second boundary in the over, an important one.
Yeah, the best thing has been the footwork from Amy Hunter. The way she's used her feet, getting to the pitch of the ball. And the force behind her, that's amazing. She's definitely one for the future for Ireland.
And look at the scoring rate in this over after the wicket. So often you'll see a wicket will slow the scoring, stem the scoring. 10 runs in the 4 deliveries after the dismissal of Delaney. Important runs. End of the 13th over. Despite the little shuffle, there won't be a single dot ball to finish. It's 78 for 3.
Just amazing to see these young girls coming into the ground. And by the way, these pink girls, the one in pink uniform, they're from Crescent Model High School. It's a 54-year-old school here in Lahore for women. It's just amazing to see them, all these sending these girls into the ground, putting these big stars in front of them. It will give them hope, definitely.
More than a few selfies going on there and some hugs in the crowd. Isn't that lovely to see? Oh, that's a great shot. But what an experience, not just for the young girls from the schools coming in to maybe get could be their first ever taste of international cricket, but also for the players. This is the best crowd we've had, and Pakistan's Zindabad ringing out across the ground.
And Andrew, these are the 2 teams that were supposed to play the game right next to the ground at LCC. There's Balochistan's team and Central Punjab's team also in the house. So that's some motivation for the girls that boys are watching. Oh my, Sohail now. Outside the off stump, that's out. That's an easy dismissal. Well done, Muniba, this time. She made no mistake. Quick arms. Getting rid of the big player of Amy Hunter.
Well, the wide is going to be signalled, so a run to the total for Ireland, but a disaster losing Hunter at a critical time. She's used her feet so frequently. I think the Pakistani bowlers have preempted this. Both Prendergast and Hunter have been stumped, and it's the second time that Hunter has been dismissed stumped here in Pakistan. She's gone for 36. A well-made knock at 79 for 4.
Rebecca Stokes, she has a reputation of a big hitter. That's what Andrew tells me. We haven't seen much of her in this series so far. This is her second game. This is a good opportunity. The stage is set, 29 matches, best of 48. That strike rate is impressive, 95.
Yeah, very dominant on the front foot in particular. She loves getting down the pitch to the ball. From the Merrion Cricket Club in South Dublin. It's amazing. Whatever you say on air, wherever you are, you'll always get corrected. I said the Leinster Cricket Club the other day, which is wrong. She was at the Leinster Cricket Club till she was 19. I had a tweet within seconds. Merrion Cricket Club, and proudly so. Down in the valley, they call that club. Beautiful ground in South Dublin, not far from the city.
Well, the stage is set for her to go big, isn't it? We got 4 overs to go. They just lost a wicket. This was the last one. Again, using the feet, but the line, the movement also. She's an off spinner, but that moved away from the right hander. Maybe hitting that crack, keeping straight. Again, no spin available. Just keeping straight.
A harsh call on the wide line there. Omama Sahel couldn't quite believe it. Yeah, looking back at that wicket, you could say a very clever piece of bowling. Just flirted with the wide line. Umpire giving the batter the benefit of the doubt. Stokel will be pleased with that. Lets her settle in.
Yeah, that's one easy one. Easy decision for Afridi. Outside the off stump. She's looking to bowl from there. She's looking to spin the ball from outside the off stump. She's not getting much spin. The first one, the wicket taking ball, that moved away from the right hander. That is very impressive. Good swing, but not quite the power behind the shot. Just one. She's coming back for 2. Good running. That is excellent running from Emma.
Yeah, and that second run is as much down to Emma Richardson as anyone. She's the more senior partner, 36 years of age, and she said, Rebecca, come back, get back for 2. Stokel wasn't certain, but Richardson knew she was running to the danger end. Every run counts here.
She's not getting it right. Definitely, Mama Sohail. She's persisting with that line outside the off stump. It's not spinning from here. Probably she has to be touch fuller and straighter. Edged. That's gone through. Ashra Sandhu. No, that's Ayman Anwar does well. Just restricting these batters to 1.
Yeah, just the single. Sahel a little all over the place. The 6th bowler used. I think the reason they've gone to Sahel is they've seen Ireland struggles with spin generally, and maybe they don't want to have to go back to Ayman Anwar. She's only bowled the 2 overs so far. Might just be one more over of seam that we'll see in this innings from Fatima Sana. Remember, 2 bowlers can bowl 4 overs. Sandhu's already bowled out 2 for 21. Great figures for her. Sana, I suspect, will be the other to bowl the full 4 over allocation.
Yeah, fetching it outside from the off stump. Just 1 run though. There is protection. It's very interesting when you say that they cannot manage the spin well. Well, I believe when Amy Hunter and Ora Prendergast were batting, they were doing a great job as far as negotiating with the spin. They were using their feet. They were their best chance to score against spinners. So now probably that's the reason she will go back to Fatma Sana. But that's another wide. That's the 5th wide of the over. It's not good. She's giving away easy runs, courtesy wides.
Extras stacking up, 13 of them.
12, make it 13 wides, Andrew. 13 wides.
There's real issues. Not just the 13 free runs, the additional deliveries that have to be bowled. And this is a massive wide. This is nearly off the pitch.
Yeah, that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to spin the ball from outside the off stump. She's not getting the spin also, so maybe look to change the line. All the angle also. This one is heaved. That's nicely placed. That is beautiful. Fantastic shot right between the 2 fielders. So that's what happens when you give the ball air and ball into the channel.
Trademark Stokel. She loves getting on the front foot and smashing it. This is exactly what she's done. Hit up into the arc, nearly out of the park. It's a good strike, that one. 4 from the moment that it left the bat. These are important runs for Ireland. We were thinking of 100, 110. They might be thinking of 120 plus now.
Now you see why she's changed her line, why she was persisting outside the off stump, because anything ball within the stumps is negotiated like this. Excellent running between the wickets. Coming back for 2. And of a very, very long over. 16 coming off it, it's 94 for 4.
So here's the batting card for Ireland. Richardson and Stokel have picked up really nicely after that dismissal of Hunter and Delaney. And it's the intent. We spoke at length about this in game 1 in the series. It's a new mindset. It's a complete change for Irish cricket. Even when they lose wickets, keep going, keep hitting. Arlene Kelly may not be in next. I think we might see Louise Little up to number 7. She gives it a good hit down the order. And even though that sign there is saying Pakistan win, right now they're going to need to close this innings out well. It's a big last 3 overs in the context of this series.
Yeah, there are the boys. Hussain Talat, Osama Mir also in the house. There's Abdullah Shafiq, Fahim Ashraf also there. Ghumman also, Tayyib Tahir, everyone enjoying the game, the weather also. The game couldn't start because they were supposed to play a first-class game right next to the stadium at LCCA ground. So they better come off and watch this game. It's just amazing to see. Eamon Anwar is back, and this one is heaved into the gap. That is a fantastic shot again. So they're dealing in boundaries here.
I'm really surprised they've gone back to the pace on the ball. Nida Dar has overs left, Ghulam Fatima has overs left, but they've gone back to pace on, and Richardson says thank you very much. That's a good strike. This has been impressive from Ireland's middle order. I wondered after the dismissals of Prendergast and Hunter in particular, who strike it with such ease, whether they could keep going. The run rate starting to soar.
Again, length picked up very nicely into the gap. That is fantastic batting. Very experienced. She knows the situation now, she knows the conditions, and she's placing it and hitting it beautifully.
Well, this is a sparkling cameo, isn't it? Back-to-back boundaries, the dream start to the 15th over for Ireland. The run rate for the first time in this innings, it's above 7 and over. And I just wonder, are Ireland playing themselves into a position where they might not just take the match, they could take a quite incredible series win. Sides from Europe don't come to the subcontinent and win series easy. And Ireland could be putting themselves into a real position. I think 120 is going to be a difficult chase.
Yeah, the way she's playing, she can get more. Did that hit the helmet? After inside edge, maybe off the glove, maybe. Yes, that's what she's suggesting. Well, 120, yes, definitely on. Maybe 130. What do you think?
Well, the modern game is quite something. You just stood there and smashed 4 into the leg side, and you go down so bravely, as we always see from Richardson. The reason she's gone for that shot, fine leg up in the circle, third also up in the circle. So if she gets enough on it over her shoulder, she will get 4. But that's going to hurt. And remember, Richardson, one of Ireland's key bowlers with the off breaks, that's her right hand that's been dealt a heavy blow.
Yeah, but Endo, it's the ball is keeping low. I'm not sure if this is the right idea. Yeah, that's better. Play with the full face of the bat towards long on. Because when the ball is keeping low and slow, you might not execute that shot well. It might balloon up into the air.
Particularly after you've just hit 2 brilliant boundaries into the leg side.
Absolutely. Good run again. The running between the wicket has been wonderful in this inning. They put pressure on the fielders inside the circle.
And Ali, much improved. It was something we were a bit critical of in the first couple of one-day internationals in particular. But the reason the running between the wickets is better, because of the power, because of the boundaries that have been picked up. Look at all those fielders. They're on the edge of the 25-yard circle. This positive intent, it's contagious for Ireland.
Not quite timing it this time. Will definitely be one Ali Riaz, Pakistan's best fielder, controlling that boundary. 12 runs coming off this over, 15 gone, 106 for 4. So Andrew, we were talking about the conditions similar to Irish women, Irish conditions. And we'll talk about that, but what about these faces, the expressions?
I genuinely think there's some concern. You see Kainat Imtiaz not on the side today. Sidra Amin, obviously the star of the ODI series, not used yet in the T20 series. Yes, in theory, this series isn't as important as the ODIs. There's ICC Women's Championships points on the line in those 3 games. Pakistan picked up 6, but there's ranking points on offer here. And there's brilliant preparation for both sides for the T20 World Cup. This is great stuff from Ireland. Nida Dar back now.
Yeah, she's got 3 fielders on onside, patrolling the boundary. There's long on, deep in wicket, and deep square leg in place There's a fielder at 45. Everyone on offside is inside the circle. Just one fielder that's long off in place for Nidadar. She wants them to play in that area, in that mid-wicket area, the cow corner. That's what she's suggesting. So watch out for that line by Nidadar. Picked up nicely. There is a fielder. She never misses those. That's a wonderful catch. She's the best Pakistani fielder for this reason. Amazing catch. Kept their eyes on the ball and took it nicely, and she's hurt herself also.
This is worrying to see. There was an immediate grimace, wasn't there? A very good catch, because this is firmly struck. Richardson probably trying to get it a little bit square. Gets into a reasonable position, but the fingers, they weren't pointing upwards and back. And I just wonder, as one of her fingers found some damage. Richardson gone for 15. Good cameo. 107 for 5. Going to be Arlene Kelly to the crease. No Louise Little yet. I thought Ireland might be tempted to throw her up the order, but instead it'll be the more experienced Kelly, 28 years of age. A great find for Irish cricket, only making her debut this year, now on a full-time contract with Cricket Ireland, and she's pretty handy with the bat. I think from here, with 10 deliveries left, can Ireland get to 120? 120 in 17 overs will be a real challenge.
Yeah, straight away, just lofted. But for 1 run only. What about the catch from Alia Riaz? It was well planned. They had their 3 fielders placed there, and that's where she exactly bowled, and she's invited her to play in that area.
A very good catch, but just look at her hands. She doesn't quite get them pointing upwards and backwards quickly enough. And as a consequence, Ali, I think she's found herself in some trouble. Let's hope she can bat. If she can't, there's another blow to Pakistan's hope of chasing this target down.
Yeah, considering they're going to get to 120, 25 maybe from here on, her role becomes even more important because she's such a key member of that Pakistan middle order, late middle order she plays at. Oh, that should be taken, is taken. Nicely done by Umaima Sohail there. So wicket, second wicket of the over for Nidadar. Again, inviting her to go big, could not quite executing it.
Well, she's such a star, isn't she, Nidadar? And this is a classic dismissal from her, just pushing it through, watching the batter intently, finding the leading edge, and this is a simple catch held by Umaima Sohail at cover. Kelly's stay at the crease is a short one. Here comes Little now. It's 109 for 6. Louise Little to the crease in because of that dismissal to Kelly, and she'll face up with 1 ball remaining in the penultimate over.
Straight away using the feet, just the outside edge. Yeah, she's appreciated that fielding effort. That's the end of the over. Couple of wickets coming out to Nidadar. It's 110 for 6 after 16. So last over of the inning now. 16 go down, 110 for 6. And you, what's the score? What are they going to get?
Well, you talk so much about momentum and how important that is. This is the last wicket to fall. Very clever piece of bowling. She just holds her nerve brilliantly. I was talking to Ed Joyce about just how good Nidadar is, and he thinks she's as good as there is in the women's game. He was saying to me, if she was playing men's club cricket in Dublin, she would do really well. She's that impressive a cricketer, knows her game brilliantly well, and it's not just with the ball, it's with the bat as well. Here comes Fatima Sana to bowl the final over.
And let me tell you something, Andrew. We were talking about Nidadar. She belongs to Faisla, to Gujranwala. The city is known for the wrestlers. She's played a lot of cricket there with men. She's grown up in a wrestling family also, a lot of wrestlers in the family. So she's broken those shackles and coming into cricket. She's done a great job. She's probably Pakistan's best cricketer at the moment.
She's just tough as well, isn't she? We saw Ben Stokes yesterday. Sorry to bring up the final yesterday and the result, but those kind of cricketers, those all-round players, they're the ones that everyone wants in their side. For Ben Stokes of England and the winning men's team yesterday, see Nida Dar of Pakistan women, she is a superstar.
There's no doubt about that. She single-handedly won lots of games for Pakistan with the ball, with the bat. She's an amazing character. It's a good start to the last over, just a couple of runs coming. 112 at the moment, 4 deliveries to go. How many can Ireland get from here on? That's a good ball. That Yorker length, so important to bowl those Yorkers in those death overs, and excellent running. She's come back for second. Oh, she couldn't make it. She couldn't make it. That's an easy one. I thought they'd done well, but that was too easy in the end for the fielder.
Louise Little was very slow on the turn, wasn't she? Stokel always wanted the second. And good awareness from the long on fielder to see that Little was the one that was struggling. Picked up cleanly, and she took a look up and she said, yeah, I've got to go to the keeper's end. And the keeper does the modern way, comes in front of the stumps, gets back. Little was always short. Not the greatest piece of running, so Little's gone. Ireland lose another. 7 down now. .113 for 7. 3 deliveries remain. Mary Waldron to the crease. She'll be on strike. Also, just question that second run. Would Ireland have been better placed taking the single and keeping Stokel on strike? And I think Waldron, it'll just be tip and run here. She can get a quick single, give Stokel the last 2 deliveries. It's an abridged 17 over a side game. So if Waldron can get the single, it would give Stokel 2 balls left and try and find the rope if she can.
Very good bowling, very good bowling. That is fantastic over. Bowling those Yorkers, Fatma Sana in the last over, it's never easy. She's done a great job here. But talking about the last wicket, Andrew, it went to the fast bowler, and that's good game awareness shown by Eamon Anwar. She threw at the right end.
Yeah, look at how slow Little was on the turn there. Even if you're not going for the second, you should always run it like you're intending to, and that slowness on the turn will be picked up. 2 balls left.
Brilliant. That is brilliant stuff by Fatma Sana. Just changing the pace of the ball, a touch slower this time. She had no idea.
Outstanding slower delivery. Look at the full execution of the skills. It's probably a bit of a knuckle ball as much as anything. Maybe the fingers rolling across it, a leg cutter. Very, very clever skills. No pace to work with for Stokel. She loves getting on that front foot and hitting it hard. 1 ball left, Pakistan finishing strongly.
Good delivery, been picked up nicely. There is no one there. That's a great way to end the inning. A boundary for Rebecca. That's a wonderful shot. So 17 overs have gone. 118 what Ireland have managed after losing 7 wickets. They'll not be that happy, because at one point we all thought that they might get to 130. But in the end, Fatma Sana and Nida Dar, courtesy getting wickets, restricting Ireland batters to 118.
Well, I think having lost the toss, having been inserted to bat with the significant early movement, I think this is a pretty good effort from Ireland. They've got 119 that they'll defend. That's what Pakistan will require to win, and they'll need bang on 7 and over. I think in these conditions, with the slightly slower outfield, that's not going to be easy. So good effort from Amy Hunter in particular. Orla Prendergast struck up more than a run of ball, so did Rebecca Stokel and Emma Richardson, who made good cameos. And with that boundary off the last ball, this might, just might, be enough.
Yeah, a couple of wickets for the spinners. Nidadar getting 2 for 19. Nasha Sandhu also getting 2 after giving away 21. 1 wicket for Emma Sohail, but she gave away 16 runs in that 1 over that she bowled. A wicket for Fatma Sana after giving away 26 runs. It's 118 they scored in their 17 overs. And as Andrew said, it's a score that they might fancy defending it.
Keep your eyes on those 15 extras as well. How costly are they going to be? Let's take a look at the highlights from the first innings. And I have to say, the way that Hunter and Prendergast played right from the off, although they were brought together because of that early dismissal of Lewis, it really impressed me, particularly that 5th over where they took Fatima Sana on and went downtown repeatedly. It's fearless cricket, and it's just a joy to watch.
Yeah, they've been amazing with the footwork. I think that has been the most improved part from Irish batters in this game rather. That shot right behind the stumps. She's been amazing. Amy Hunter, Laura Delaney losing a wicket, that one kept low. And the reverse sweep, I think they've tried different things and that has worked. And the force that you were talking about, they always hit it hard. Umaima Sohail getting that wicket outside the off stump. She was persisting with that in that 16-run over that she bowled. And in the end, some length deliveries by Emanan were giving away some easy boundaries towards leg side. Nidadar, well, she's always into the wickets. And Alia taking a fantastic catch. In the end, this one also another easy wicket. Wanted to go towards onside. And an easy wicket also taken by Nidadar. She's been brilliant. She always takes wickets. Fatma Sana bowled a brilliant last over with those Yorkers. Just giving away no boundary until the last delivery. And this one, the run out, was easily done by the wicketkeeper. And the last delivery was picked up nicely towards onside, and the momentum definitely going to Ireland with that boundary, and they will feel comfortable that they might defend this one. Right, Mehek is there with somebody at the boundary line.
The youngest Centurion record holder ever. I've got the brilliant 17-year-old Amy Hunter with me. Amy, that was a brilliant knock by you today. You gave Ireland the exact start that they needed in order to come out and win this series now. How's that feeling for you?
Yeah, it's obviously, I think it was pretty tricky to bat out there, but we stuck in, and yeah, no, I think we have a really good opportunity. 119 the score there, so I think it's a really good opportunity for the bowlers to go out there and defend the score and win the series.
It was a wet outfield out there today. We know that was a limited overs game. It rained. So how was that for you? Do you think the conditions suited you, suited your batting? How did that go for you?
Yeah, I personally found it pretty tricky to bat out there. I think the outfield actually dried up pretty well, considering the amount of rain we'd had. But yeah, I think it's tricky enough surface to bat on. So I think if our bowlers, we back them to get it right, and I think, yeah, we should be able to defend this.
Yeah, you did a good job given the conditions. Lastly, the target that you guys have set, how do you feel about that? Do you think that you guys have set a solid target in order to win this series?
Yeah, I think we do have enough runs up there. Obviously only half the game's gone, so it's hard to judge the wicket, but no, I think we do have enough runs and I back our bowlers to defend the total.
Well, very well played today. Thanks a lot for talking to us, and good luck for the rest of the game.
Thank you very much.
Well, 17 years of age, you'd never think it, would you? The maturity of someone who's been around international cricket for a decade plus. And will she be proven right? It wasn't easy batting conditions out there, so Pakistan going to need 119 to win, to stay alive in the series, to square it, to level it up, to make it one apiece. Can they do it? That's the big question. Come back and find out with us. We'll be back with you with all the action in a couple of minutes' time. Well, good afternoon and welcome back to the Gaddafi Stadium here at Lahore. We're at headquarters for what is a really gripping T20 international series between Ireland and the hosts Pakistan. Ireland lost the toss this morning in what was a delayed start. We were delayed by about an hour and we had to shorten the match to 17 overs a side, and given the early movement, a pretty good effort from Ireland. Good spell from Fatima Sana and the two spinners Nida Dar and Nashra Sandhu in particular. Fatima and Sahel and Ayman Anwar a little expensive. So at the halfway stage of not just this match but indeed the series, it's the 3-match T20I series. Ireland might be just sensing a chance at history. Pakistan will need 7 runs per over because it's a 17 over a side clash. That target 119. Javeria Khan is going to open things up back into international cricket alongside Muniba Ali, a stylish left-hander. And Pakistan, I think they'll need a good start. It's 5 overs the power play. Andrew Leonard here alongside Marina Iqbal. Marina, very good afternoon to you. This series, this match feels like it's on a knife edge.
Good afternoon to you too, Andrew, and everyone who's been joining us for this brilliant series. T20I it's an open game for everyone, and I think Ireland has done a decent job. Firstly, building up after those early hiccups, and then Pakistan coming back into the game with the later overs. But it's a game on for sure.
An immediate movement like we saw for Pakistan seamers with the new ball. Orla Prendergast, hot on the heels of a career best in T20I cricket, a player of the match performance. That one has stung.
You can see the expressions there. Good movement. It's a good line to start with. Snip back in. And you can see the pain on Javeria's face.
Prendergast getting good movement, extravagant movement across the left-hander. Remember, she dismissed Muniba Ali, caught behind in the first T20I. Marina, surely you have to have a slip in here. Ireland need wickets to win this game.
Definitely. She's very vulnerable outside off stump. Usually doesn't take her front foot across in towards the line of the ball whenever it's going away from her. So that's one ploy where Ireland can exploit that, get the slip in.
Ali will get off the mark. The first run's off the bat. Pakistan's approach here in the power play is going to be very interesting. I know it's an abridged power play, 5 overs instead of 6, but 24 dots in the first T20I. That was probably the difference between the two teams.
It has been the problem for Pakistani batters every now and then. At times they do get on to a flying start, but not consistently. And again, someone who know how to nudge things down. Ireland has been pretty decent in T20Is in terms of bowling and fielding. It's going to be hard for them.
And Khan in particular, she really struggled, didn't she, coming back into international cricket. 4 off 16 before she was bowled by Prendergast. Ireland will be thinking about these first 5. If they can find breakthroughs like they did, reducing Pakistan to 32 for 3 the other day, they'll be right in the game.
It hasn't been an easy outing for her. Yes, she can bat up the order. She's really lethal when she gets going. But right now, trying to find her rhythm back. This time, just shimmy down the wicket. Managed to get some bat on it. Lucky for her. But she needs someone on the other end as well, because Muniba has been opening for Pakistan for quite a while now. Got good runs in the ODIs. Need to carry on that momentum and intent. Javeria clearly struggling. So the roles must be defined to both of them, because they are now targeting to make a comeback in this series.
Good start from Prendergast. She was outstanding 2 days ago. She started nicely today. End of the first over. Pakistan 3 for none. I would say it's going to be Jane McGuire, but I can't quite see. Could be Arlene Kelly. Jane Maguire will open up. Not the same pace as Prendergast. She relies more upon consistency or line and length. She will get good movement though, particularly with these climatic conditions helping the seam bowlers. There is that movement, but it's hoiked somewhat agriculturally. Javeria Khan's going to hit her way into form, and despite the slow outfield, gets all the way to the rope for 4.
She needed that for her confidence, even for Pakistan. Obviously just shuffling around, she sensed that it's not going to be much pace offered. She'll have to thrive on her go-to shot. That also got her out in the previous game. Have to be very calculated in taking those risks. But that only will help Javeria to get out of that shell and score runs.
Immediate change in the field for Ireland. The third is going to come up into the circle, and you see on the far right of your screen there, deep square leg has gone out. And that's where the ball is going to head towards. It'll just be a single this time. I think immediately though, even though we're only 8 balls into the chase, Marina, you can see a definite change of intent, a change of mindset for the Pakistani openers.
There was one aspect where Bisma Maroof also mentioned, and this guy, Tawfiq Umar, he's the batting consultant, they need to address that dot ball ratio within the power play, not just the power play but overall throughout the innings. So they need to work on it, because the bigger teams won't really help you get out of that shell once you're inside it. So they need positive intent, they need the duration of strike, but more importantly, they need boundaries.
Yeah, and that's a misfield. That's the last thing that Ireland need. Louise Little attacked the ball. I think if they look at the Irish bowling lineup, certainly Maguire is someone they might look at targeting. Doesn't possess the same pace that Prendergast has. And in these first 5 overs, where only 2 fielders are allowed outside the circle, they may well go at Maguire.
I think it's a good ploy from Irish to just try and utilize that movement. With base off, it's not easy. They have to hurry, they have to hurry. Oh, just a bit of lazy effort from Muniba. Should do her and finish her work dragging that bat into the crease. Yes, base off can actually make things difficult for Muniba and Javeria.
Good experience here from Khan though. She knows, having shown the power, that maybe those fielders in the circle will be a little bit deeper. Immediate call of yes. I think Ali was always getting home. Good running. Yeah, for Ireland, really the success in that first T20I was built around early wickets, was built around that 3-wicket burst from Orla Prendergast, so much so that Prendergast actually bowled her 4 overs out consecutively right at the top of the innings. That's an option today again?
Well, definitely that is an option, and obviously she knows the condition and the opposition well. I think it will be a very vital role for her to play. Beats the fielder. She got some hand on it. I think she has. Will be pushing for the 3rd one. Muniba coming towards the danger end. Does well in the end. That's a huge difference. The batting, the running between the wickets. Ends the over. 2 gone. Pakistan 14 without loss.
Great crowd today, the best of the tour so far, probably up towards in and around 1,000 people I reckon in here in the Gaddafi Stadium, and they're enjoying their day out. How could you not? International cricket, a little bit of food, and what looks like a really good game set up as well. 7 and over required. Thuds into the pad, big appeal. Prendergast in particular was convinced, and Waldron even has a look back at the umpire, given his leg buys. This is close.
Early jitters. But yes, I think just shuffling across. Angled inside. It's a very, very close decision. I think Javeria might have got lucky and survived that appeal.
Maybe the only thing really that saved Khan was that shuffle down the crease. Would have given the umpire some doubt as to whether it was going to continue that extravagant movement. It definitely hit Khan in line. And that's a big moment in the match. Ireland need those early wickets.
She's not a tall girl, Andrea, I can tell you that. So it was a pretty close call.
Clubbed away, and it's going to be clubbed away for 4. Stand and deliver from Ali. Maybe just a fraction too short, and the line combining for Prendergast, allowing to be punished. Good stroke from Ali.
And that's not where you want to bowl to her. She'll go after you all day long. Just playing into the hands, Orla. You know where her weaknesses lie. That's outside off stump. Invite her to play that drive.
Yeah, again, the line probably not correct. It's going to get to the rope. That fine leg is very, very square. I thought it was going to be 2 at first, but it's just run away. The outfield has just got that little bit quicker. The advantage for Pakistan of winning the toss this morning was a big one, and just a tickle around the corner, back-to-back boundaries.
They don't have a lot of runs on the board. They need better bowling, better disciplined bowling. Attack wickets. The pressure is already on Pakistan. They are 1 down in the series. Muniba getting some confidence with back-to-back boundaries.
Yeah, more like it in terms of the line from Prendergast, and good movement away from the left-hander. I think for Ireland to defend this total, it might look like a really low total because it's only 118, but you have to remember we've lost 3 overs, both sides. We only have 17 overs to utilise. They still need wickets. You don't win games defending totals like this without taking wickets. Outside edge, more fortune for Khan, and it's going to run very close to the rope, but not quite get there. 2 to the total. And Prendergast, unfortunate. Big moment in the game, that LBW appeal, end of the 3rd. It's 26 for none. Really good energy in the Gaddafi Stadium today. I'm learning my Urdu, Marina, haven't I? Pakistan's in Dabad, I know what that means. That was ringing out in Melbourne yesterday. Today, it's here in Lahore.
Brilliant scenes at Gaddafi Stadium. Schools coming in, clubs coming in to back their players and watch Ireland play as well. Arlene, she's into the attack. Oh, that's gone. That's a very casual and soft dismissal. Muniba again vulnerable outside off stump, throwing her bat. And Arlene gets lucky with the first delivery.
Well, just what Ireland needed, and you called it, didn't you, Marina? You said that weakness outside off stump is where Ireland need to target, probably wider than Kelly intended. And just chips it up. Simplest of catches at 3rd for Jane Maguire, the bowler who's replaced. Muniba's gone for 12. Ireland have some joy in the chase. Pakistan 26 for 1. The skipper to the crease at number 3. She joins the highly experienced partner Javeria Khan, and a brilliant record she has. 11 50s in 126 games. Good average, good strike rate. And she is the linchpin, isn't she, at number 3, a class act. Pakistan's captain. But Ireland, having found that breakthrough, will just sense some hope. Maharouf historically has had a tendency to start a little slowly, and Ireland will look to exploit that, build up some dots here. nice movement. There's still significant movement away from the left-hander here for Kelly.
That's good bowling, really good bowling. Hitting the right length, taking the ball away from the left-hander. That's Munibali again. Just didn't know what shot. I don't know what she was trying to do. The bat movement wasn't in control at all.
Cut but straight to the fielder. Hunter tidies up. A huge amount of this match, and indeed the series, and the fate of this series, is going to depend upon how Ireland's spinners go. Pakistan's spinners have outbowled them throughout both formats, both the ODI and T20Is. It's been two completely differing approaches. The Irish seamers have tended to be more controlled. Can Emer Richardson, can Cara Murray get it right today? As this one's cut away, agonisingly out of reach of Maguire. She should cut it off from the rope, so a couple from Maharouf to get off the mark. If the Irish spinners can get things right, this chase could be tricky.
It's very crucial for Pakistan, on the other hand, to just keep on that intention going. Javeria, she's finding her way back into the game. Miss Maharouf, she was lucky it went in the safer zone. It was kind of a same delivery that got Munibali out. These two have played a lot of cricket together, a lot of partnerships in the middle as well. They can read the situation.
A little bit of a leg break almost, wasn't it? The leg cutter from Kelly down the leg side. The one area where Ireland should be able to outperform Pakistan is their discipline with their bowling. There was 15 extras, including 13 wides in the first innings. That's Ireland's first wide.
Should be sticking to her plan, just trying to take the pace off. I think outside off them for a left-hander, it's always capable of getting wicket.
Good work from Lewis. She has Khan on her toes and has to dive back in. There just feels like there's a game on here, doesn't there? The required run rate started at 7. Pakistan off to a good start, but just one more over of power play to capitalise upon. I'm surprised Lewis didn't let that go. There was backing up. Might have been a chance. Playing a miss to finish, and this is close. Given! Oh, what a moment in the match! What has Bisma Maharouf done? There was never a single there, and the swift thinking from Waldron. Oh, she may be old, but she is young in mind, and she's whipped the bails off, and Ireland have a second from nowhere.
That's a big wicket. Big wicket indeed. You can see Bisma Maharouf trying to go. She thought she'd beaten the fielder. The keeper actually had no awareness where the ball was. She just walked outside of the stump. Very late indeed to come out. And have a look at that. Mary, she did. Got best of Bisma Maharouf. Gone. That's a big wicket on 2. Pakistan in trouble. 2 down on 29.
Nidadar walks out. She's been in good touch for Pakistan, and it will be a key wicket here. But what a wicket that was. The last ball of the previous over, Bisma Maharouf, and I'd say that amazing umpiring from, I think, Faisal Afridi, Asif Yaqub on the side. Brave umpiring. It's just touch and go. He took fraction of a second to have a second thought about it, and then he gave it out.
Yeah, you got to give credit to the wicketkeeper also. The presence of mind. She knew that the ball is around her. And considering the game, it was a big wicket. Bisma Maharouf, the captain. Definitely we can say now that Ireland is on top at the moment after getting those 2 wickets. That's Asif Yaqub. You have a good decision considering that there is no third umpire. So you had to decide judge his own abilities. Did a good job.
Yeah, the PCB Awards, he was the umpire of the year, Asif Yaqub. Also in the PJL, the Pakistan Junior League, he was named as the umpire of the tournament.
Yeah, that's the real time. Look, Bismillah Maruf didn't know where the ball is, and very good work by the wicketkeeper. Equally well done by the umpire. It's a top decision.
Well, talk about Javeria now. She's got responsibility on her, as she's got experience. Just shimmy down, getting behind the line of the ball. She's looking for runs, and class of her player, she needs one outing, proper one, and then she can capitalize on that. Pakistan would need her.
Yeah, she's looked better today. Unlike the first inning that she played, she struggled. Didn't have a good day in the field also, but it has worked today. She's very experienced. She's been around for a long time. She would know the conditions also. This is an important inning for her. Alongside Nidadar, I think this is the partnership that has to do.
Full toss, pulled away, and that'll be 4. So that's the class she has and she possesses.
Yeah, no ball also. It's above waist height. Dealt with some authority, Javeria. She's getting into that rhythm, getting into that form. She's been helped by this ball. Yeah, gentle full toss. She came into position early and placed it beautifully. There was no one there. That will give her a lot of confidence, Javeria.
Yeah, she lost her, well, balance. She just was in no position to slog that one out. Lost her shape, rather.
Yeah, I think she's decided that she's going to go after the bowling no matter what. She struggled earlier in the series. In the first game, she's looked good here. 14 ball, 16. That's what, coming into the position early, going deep in the crease and looking for that cow corner.
That should be a wide, yeah.
Yeah, that's what this movement in the crease has done. That has forced Orla to change her line. She's trying to go outside the off stump because Javeria is looking to play towards that cow corner area. She probably knows that. She's able to get that wide out of it because of that movement. Look at that, there's no one there. Not even the square, not even the mid wicket. Everyone is inside the circle. So this is a good idea by Javeria to go on in that area.
Orla's into her 3rd over, and that's probably the right thing to do. Orla Prendergast, key bowler for them. So what Laura Delaney is trying to do is get some more wickets and keep that pressure on, even if she bowls her quota out. Remember, 2 bowlers can bowl 4 overs each. The rest will have 3 overs to their name, or 2 if they like, in the 17 overs aside shortened version of the game because of rain. Again, this heavy cloud cover now. It's going to be a quick single.
Yeah, good cricket. Because of that forceful shots, they push those fielders to the circle, so singles are available. That is smart cricket. 5 overs gone. It's 36 for 2. Two wickets for Ireland, both going to Arlene. Munib Ali, 12. Misbah Maroof, very unlucky way to get out. She scored 2 runs. It's up to these two, Nidadar and Javeria Khan, the 2 most experienced batters of Pakistan are in. Got plenty of batters. Alia Riaz, we know what she's capable of. Fatma Sana can bat. Umayma Sohail also in the list. So they all can bat. But Ireland would fancy defending this run. The required run rate is 6.92.
Pakistan at the stage, 2 runs ahead according to DLS, because they need to keep themselves ahead of that figure, because the important part is if rain comes down, Pakistan is 2 runs ahead. If they lose a wicket, they'll be in trouble. Those numbers will change. Arlene, look at those numbers. She's in her second over. 1 over, 3 runs, 2 wickets.
Yeah, she's been brilliant getting those 2 wickets in her first over. But what about Javeria Khan? The intent is very positive today. She's looking to score runs. Even the running between the wicket is very impressive. The last run that she scored, this one, didn't go that far. She just chipped it. And ran well also. Good cricket. Yeah, important inning by Nidha Dar. We know she's capable of doing it. So Pakistan has to chase down the score and have to score at a good rate also. She's the perfect person to be there in the middle alongside Javeria Khan, who's looking also to get positive.
Was there an edge? I don't think so. It was very close to the bat.
Again, the cut-up, rolling her fingers outside the off stump. The line, probably they've come out of a plan that they're going to persist outside the off stump. They've got protection, a deep cover also in place. Now there's a deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. The circle is done.
She's played that from outside, what, 15th off stump. And she's too committed now, talking about intent. She's going to put bat to everything.
But if they have to chase down score, the intent has to be positive. Look at that, fading way outside the off stump. It would have definitely been given a wide if she hadn't played it.
Well, maybe not, because if you see how she's moved across outside the off stump, the ball would have been within her reach and umpire wouldn't have given that. But now, since it's way outside the pitch also, then it would be yes. But it just happens when you commit yourself mentally that I'm going to go after it, so may as well put bat to it. And especially if you're sure you can get runs out of it. She didn't.
Yeah, I have a feeling that she's getting predictable outside the off stump. That's the only place that she's looking to hit towards mid-wicket area. Maybe towards offside if you can play that over extra cover. Both are inside the circle. Extra cover and mid-off fielders. As Nidha Dar milks this one towards onside for 1. 6 overs gone, 42 for 2. Yeah, lots of runs for Pakistan. Bisma Maroof, Javeria Khan, Nidha Dar, all 3 included in this game. But it's this partnership, Javeria Khan, number 2 and number 3. They've scored so many runs. 1,895 for Javeria, 1,488 runs for Nidha Dar. The strike rate is very impressive, 100 for Nidha Dar. And experienced also, 121 games that she's played. Nain Abidi also in the list. And the former skipper, Sana Mir also there. 106 matches, 802 runs. A very impressive career that she had. So that's some formidable list of Pakistani batters.
Driven away for a single. They can come back for 2 on the throw. That's good. Nidha Dar is responsible for that because she wanted to come back on strike.
Now that is smart batting. She knew that there is fielder, but that placed it right perfectly. She had to do a bit of work to run towards her left and then running to the throw. That is impressive by these 2 experienced batters of Pakistan. This is what experience does. They've been into these conditions so many times. They would know how to bat.
Orla Prendergast in her final over. It's none for 22 at the moment. Pakistan needs 119 to win this match. And remember, it's a 17 over the side, so it's 44 for 2. The required is 6.9. She's very strong in that region. Likes to cut the ball, but it's the spinners or the pacers.
Yeah, she's such a cool customer, Nidha Dar. She knows that whenever she wants, she can go big. At the moment, there is no need. She's persisting with the singles, giving the strike to Javeria, who's looking to go positive, looking to go big. So there's no point to her going out after the bowling at the moment. But Ireland must know that she has the capabilities of doing it. She's won a lot of games for Pakistan single-handedly.
Nicely done. Flicks that one away. Pure timing, use of wrists, and picked it up from middle leg.
Yeah, the crowd has loved it. Using the pace also from Orla. All she had to do was put the bat on the ball and place it right towards the right of the fielder. You could see he had no chance. That is because of the pace that Orla brings in. Javeria looks really threatening, looks very good, 25 at the moment. At a good rate also, 21 deliveries. So she's got a problem, she's got a job to do. She needs a wicket, she needs a breakthrough here.
Played it late this time, but there's third available to cut that off. Pakistan post 50 on the board in the 7th over, 50 for 2.
Yeah, just 69 more runs to win off 62. One would assume that Pakistan should be able to do that because of the batting they have, batting strength. They've got Alia Riaz, Umaima Sohail, Aisha Naseem, the big hitter. Fatma Sana can bat. But really, it's up to these two to take the match deep. Nidadar, we know that. Javeria also is looking good. There's the Pakistan cap. There's Aisha Naseem padded up. Umaima Sohail, she's also padded up. But don't get surprised if you see Alia Riaz come up the order. Because in those middle orders, she's very useful. She can hit big also.
Dot ball to finish her quota. Orla Prendergast 4 overs, none for 28. Pakistan 50 for 2.
Just 1 over for Jane Maguire. She was expensive. Gave away 11 runs. But Orla Prendergast, their best bowler, she's been bowled out. Given away 28 runs. As we see change in bowling now.
A best of 3 for 9, Cara Murray. Oh, that's probably slipped out of her hands. That's going to be a wide.
She's lucky, very lucky. It was in the zone of Javeria. She's looking for that sort of line. And if you can get a full toss outside the leg stump, got to be very lucky not to be given runs on that delivery. Cara Murray, not a good start. Got to keep it tight.
That's a good stop there at point. But still a single on the offer.
Good inning. She's been impressive. You have to say that. What about the fielding? I think they've shown improvement. Ireland fielders, they've thrown themselves around. In the first game that they played, they were pretty sloppy, just getting used to the conditions, but they've done well, really well.
Against the spin, trying to slog that. I'm not sure if that's necessary. They'll find that big over somewhere.
It's just amazing to see that it's pitched outside the off stump just a touch. And she was looking for that sweep shot, whereas the fielder at mid-off and extra cover are up in the circle. Probably going over the top of those fielders is a better idea rather than slogging it towards onside. You can always time it over those fielders. We saw her play the shot in the last game over that mid-off fielder. Can we see it again? She's inviting her to do that. She did it brilliantly in the last game, but she's just taking her time, just getting used to it, getting that feel of the pitch. And I won't be surprised having mid-off up in the circle with extra cover also inside. We might see her go over the top very soon. And again, Javeria Khan is only looking for that mid-wicket area, whereas the line and the length is outside the off stump, so maybe look to go over that mid-off fielder. They're very slow in air. That's what they've learned, these Irish bowlers, from Pakistani bowlers, just to blow balls slow on these pitches. Make the batters to create that force.
Oh, it's gone right through. There was no run on that shot, but Pakistan gets one, and Javeria wants to come back. Settle with a single. 54 for 2, 8 gone.
Yeah, just as we were talking about their fielding has improved, they've just done a sloppy work. 54 for 2.
Approaching halfway through the chase, and Pakistan, they needed 7 and over at the start. They're going a little bit shy of that. They need 7.22 from here, which may feel like it's in control, particularly with the quality and the experience of Nida Dar and Javeria Khan at the crease. But for Ireland, if they can find a way through this partnership and do something they haven't done a lot of, which is their spinners taking wickets in this series, they could find their way into this game.
Emma Richardson has a huge role to play here. She's one of the senior pros here in Irish side. These overs, if they can get 2 or 3 overs quietly, that can add problems. 3 patrolling the boundary on the leg side.
And that really has been Javeria Khan's favoured zone today, hasn't it? So you can see the tactics here from Richardson. It'll be to bowl outside a 5th, 6th stump line, outside the off stump, and encourage Khan to play across the line. Shake of the head from Khan, but there's been a gigantic disparity between the output from the 2 spinning departments for Pakistan and Ireland. If we look at Richardson, she's picked up 4 wickets so far in this tour. Cara Murray's been wicketless. She has been very unlucky, a couple of drop catches in there. But the combination of Ghulam Fatima, Nashra Sandhu and Nida Dar, those 3 spinners, they've picked up 25 wickets so far to Ireland's 4 with their spinners. And that has been a huge difference between these 2 sides.
It has more to do with the execution and consistency rather than the skill. They're pretty decent Irish spinners out there, but yes, every now and then they have given the opportunity of a bad ball, which Pakistan has capitalized on.
Yeah, and I think particularly Richardson is usually so consistent. Has probably in the ODI series bowled 1 or 2 bad balls and over. There's a chance today, if they can break this partnership here. Murray looked threatening in her first over, I thought. There is turn on offer. Ireland need wickets. They've got to find a way past either Dar or Khan.
If they can manage to focus on those dot balls, even giving away a few singles, but protect the boundary, that can sort of create that bottleneck around the Pakistani batters.
And every over without a boundary in it is probably going to increase that required run rate. It's touching 7.5 and over for the first time. And we've seen new batters in particular find it difficult to score right from the off. The outfield a bit slower. This game is building up beautifully to a good climax. It could go all the way again. I don't think Ireland will mind that if it's well fielded, which it is. Brilliant from Prendergast. Just the 5 singles from the over. 9 gone. 59 for 2. And it's time for the players to have a drink.
Got Tuba Hassan, Sadia Iqbal, both are injured, were in the T20I squads for Pakistan. Got loads of potential. Tuba Hassan, the leg spinner, who's made ripples all around the international cricket. So has Sadia Iqbal, the left arm orthodox.
Yeah, back live after the drinks break, and we saw Salim Jafar Ali, the Pakistan women's head coach, out with two of his most experienced charges, guiding them through the approach that he wants for the second half of this chase. Bit of a drag down. What's that come off? Has that hit bat? It hasn't. It's hit pad. It'd be interesting to take another look at that. Just half an appeal from Murray.
I think it was probably straying down the leg. But you can sense some things up now. They've got some message during the drink. They probably need to put down the accelerator. They need to put the foot down. They cannot be lagging behind. It's just 7.6, but tight overs.
Yeah, the discussion was, had the ball bounced twice, and if the ball bounces twice before the popping crease, the law is that it is given as a no ball. All no balls are free hits. Murray is protesting, as is Delaney coming in now. They think there was contact, and we're not sure if we have a replay of that to show you or not, but certainly it was difficult for us to tell on first viewing. It's been given as a no ball after a consultation between the two umpires, between Asif Yaqub and Faisal Afridi. It was certainly dragged down. Here comes the free hit. No ball, a run, which I think was given as a leg by, and now the free hit, the last person you want to be bowling it to, Nida Dar. Hit out to the protection on the leg side, so it will only cost a single despite the thought of a second. It's hard to tell what happened there, but certainly it's been given as a no ball because of the two bounces.
Yeah, with the angle provided, it was actually hard to tell, but it didn't hurt Ireland much.
Yeah, I think for Ireland here, they have to ascertain where are the dot balls coming from, where will the pressure be built from, which will therefore bring about the possibility of wickets. Here it is. Yeah, I think that's actually a good decision. She hasn't made contact with the bat. It's bounced a second time before the white line, the popping crease, so therefore is a no ball. Glorious stroke. Nida Dar hits there better than anyone, and it's gone all the way, I think, for a maximum. An outstanding stroke, a change of mindset after the break Dar, a skip down the track, hitting with the spin all the way for 6.
That's a glorious stroke. Have a look at that. Picked up the length really early, and then the footwork, immaculate, effortless shot over the boundary. If anyone can hit 6s with ease, that's Nida Dar. Superb shot. Pressure right away on the Irish team now.
And the brilliance of this stroke is with mid-off and cover both in the circle. As soon as you get it over their heads, it's a completely safe shot. And that's darted in and guided straight to the fielder. Mix up. Oh, and the throw comes in wide. They will get the single. Ireland just losing their way a touch after the drinks break. I think that no ball slightly rattled Murray potentially. And Pakistan starting to look in control now.
Yeah, Ireland had really good grip way before the drinks, and they would expect that Pakistani batters would push through now. If they can keep on focusing on that dot balls, that can create more pressure. Dot to end the over. 11 off it. 70 for 2 Pakistan.
Five bowlers used so far for Ireland. No Laura Delaney yet. The big surprise for me in both of these T20Is, no Louise Little. Louise Little has come into this team as a bowling option, a very good seam bowling option. We've seen her used extensively in the warm-ups, but not being given the ball yet. And I think after that over from Murray, there might have to be a decision made by Delaney. She might need to say, I'm going to have to take my leg spinner off. I'm going to need to get the young pace bowler into the game. If you're picking her as a bowler, she has to be given the ball. I think that required run rate, which is back under 7 and over, isn't going to pose a threat without wickets here, Marina.
That's for sure. I mean, these two, this partnership is very crucial, but following Alia and Aisha Naseem, it won't be a problem. They need wickets. I think Richardson has done really better. She's protected the leg side, and now she's coming. Obviously, she was coming around the wicket, but now she's more protected and can bowl freely with that angle.
Yeah, I think she's just losing her grip on the ball. Not happy with the batter coming across the crease as well. And what she's saying to the umpire is, I'm not going to deliver the ball if she's stepping 3 or 4 steps across. The bowler's entitled to do that. Well entitled to pull out. And it's a game of cat and mouse here, isn't it? Every delivery, Khan is taking 2 or 3 steps outside the off stump, and Richardson's just holding her nerve right now.
I think the experience is coming into play. She knows that by pulling out, she is nagging Javeria a little bit, playing with the mind. Because as a batter, I would hate that. I've got my own plan, I want to execute it, and the bowler is pulling out twice. That can aggravate you.
For me, I think that's good use of the experience from Richardson. And just a word, you didn't see it on your screen there, just a word from Richardson to Khan. It's been a very friendly series, but just a little bit of niggle there, and understandably. Hit powerfully, but there's a lot of protection in the deep on the leg side. Prendergast, the standout fielder, really. She's in that hot zone of deep mid-wicket. What Richardson's doing well is just protecting those boundaries.
And Pakistan needs to execute a different plan, because right now they're playing according to what Richardson is offering. No boundaries whatsoever.
This is a good over. The next one is the key one. Who's going to bowl it? Will Delaney turn to herself? Will she bring Little into the attack for the first time? Or will she keep going with her young leg spinner? Lots of options running through the head of Laura Delaney right now. That 12th over, it seems like such an important one in this match. Really good over. Just 4 singles from it. Ireland drag things back. They stay in the game. Required run rate back up to 7.5. 11 gone. 74 for 2. tension in the crowd as this game just feels like it's going to the final over, doesn't it? Whatever happens, Marina. Plenty of selfies and tweets being put out there as well. 6 to go. 36 deliveries remain. Pakistan need 45 to win. And the captain has turned to herself. Is this the right move?
I think with all the experience, Laura, she has backed herself. But again, I wouldn't mind bowling Kara another over, because right now they have dried out Pakistan of boundaries. Nida Dar, she has that urge to hit big. Javeria needs to keep going. So that could have been probably a risky but fruitful move, just to invite them to go big. That could have created an avenue to get a wicket.
Heaved away into the leg side. There is a fielder out there, Rebecca Stokel, but they're going to take her arm on. It's a long way out to the deep. The bail's taken off. Given! Oh, she just stuttered right at the end. Javeria Khan. Surely there was 2 there. How has Mary Waldron done it again?
Run-outs can turn out to be a nightmare for Pakistan. Another one, and this time all settled. Javeria Badood. I don't know what she was doing. It was clearly a double there. She had all sort of time. Just have a look at that, deep in the crease. She's casually running, turned around, and slow turn, and then realized that she has to rush. But have a look at that. Good, decent throw, 1 bounce, right on the top of the stumps. And Mary did the rest. This can be the turning point of the game. Gone on 34, Javeria Badood. 75 for 3, Pakistan.
Always looked like there was 2 on the cards, and Pakistan are showing their hand here. They are saying they don't feel that they're ahead of the rate, and they're getting their big power hitter in. Aisha Naseem, listed at number 7 in the order, is up to number 5. And if you've never seen Aisha Naseem bat before, you could make an argument that no one hits a bigger ball in the women's game than her. And this game could pivot not just on these next 2 or 3 overs, but maybe the next 5 or 10 deliveries. A lot of protection on the leg side, long on, deep mid-wicket in place.
I think it's a good thing to promote Aisha Naseem up the order, just to take away that few extra yards where they can feel comfortable. Something's going out, exchange of words. If she can manage to get 2 or 3 big hits, that can change the equation massively. And they've got Alia.
Beautifully bowled by Delaney, and for the first time in this series there is just a little bit of niggle. Nothing wrong with that. It's great to see, isn't it? The competitiveness between these 2 sides. Pakistan dominated Ireland in the ODI series, but the T20s have been a different affair, and Ireland, they must realise they have a chance at history here. They've picked up a first ever win in Pakistan away here on this historic tour. Could they pick up the series?
Well, they're all over it, and that was a suicide run. Javeria usually very quick between the wickets, but have a look at that turnout. She wasn't sure of that second one, and was well behind a few meters. This time again pushing hard.
Keep your eyes on the bottom right of your screen throughout these remaining 5 overs after this. Ireland want to build that gap between the number of runs required and the number of deliveries left. At the moment that gap is 13. It means the required run rate is above 8 for the first time, and this has been a brilliant over from the captain. I said the 12th over was a key one, and isn't it proving to be that way? Delaney's only gone for 1 run and the run out to go with it. Really, really good from Delaney. End of the 12th over. Very much game on in Lahore. Pakistan 76 for 3.
Just a minute. No, just him.
Where? Oh my gosh,
Let's
go. Come on, it's time. Come on. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Brilliant over that previous one, Laura Delaney. Just 2 runs of that.
Go, Gabby, go.
Every over is important. It's taken Pakistan's required run rate to 8.4 now.
Now, come on.
These two are the big hitters of the ball. And good to see that Aisha's been promoted ahead of Alia. They just want one big over somewhere. And she's got a job on hand. That's why she's been sent at the moment at the non-strikers. Nida Dar would be key, of course. She's in good touch. Since the Asia Cup, she's been the prolific scorer in the Pakistan batting lineup. There's a slight hold up in play. Wonder what's it about. The umpire is probably checking who's bowled how many. He just wants to make sure, because 2 bowlers can bowl 4 each. The rest have to share them. 2 overs, none for 9. Emma Richardson, she will be bowling round the wicket. Nida Dar is on strike. Beaten in flight on that occasion.
Yeah, that's the line she's going to bowl outside the off stump. If you just look at the field, there's an extra cover quite wide. It's literally at mid-off, long off, mid-off, right between those 2 fielders. Yeah, we couldn't see that extra cover fielder was quite wide. But the fielder at mid-off and extra cover are inside the circle. So that's where she's looking at. That's where she likes it. It was there to be hit. Yeah, she missed out on that, definitely.
This time she slogs that. And oh, she's been dropped. That's a big drop right there. That could have been game, I'll tell you that. Immense pressure with Pakistan requiring almost 9 and over. You drop Nida Dar, you probably drop the chance of making a series 2-0.
And that went to their best fielder. That's Orla Prendergast there. She's definitely one of the best cricketers, and she drops one. She's disappointed, and rightly so, because she knows that she's missed out on this wicket of Nida Dar, and how costly that would be for Ireland. Now there's a change in field for Aisha to see. The square leg comes in, and mid-off goes back to long off.
Thick edge. Will that run to the boundary? No, it just slows down, and they come back for 2.
Yeah, that's how she plays, Aisha Naseem, you can tell. The intent always positive, always looking for big hits. That's why she's inside, for her abilities to go big. And as we were talking about, one good over here or there will definitely put Pakistan in commanding position.
In the air, she hasn't got hold of it. Aisha Naseem, is she in trouble? No, it goes over. Maximum on that occasion, the one she was looking for.
Yeah, that's the power she has. She didn't even middle it. And it went sailing over that long off fielder for 6. That is why she is in the team. Her ability to go big. Look at that. It was in her zone. Not the right idea to bowl Aisha Naseem there. And that powerful shot, taking it all the way. There was a fielder placed. And as you said, it was not quite timed it properly. But the force.
Yeah, should have stopped that single. End of the over. "13 gone, 87 for 3.
"32 required of 24 deliveries. It's going down to the wire. It's very intense at the moment. The crowd, they know it. They're here to support the Pakistani girls. They lost the first game. They do not want to lose this game. They'll lose the series if they lose this one. And at home soil, playing for the first time against Ireland, it's not a good result for Bisma that she would be expecting. But as long as she stays, there is hope.
Again goes big. This time, oh, it drops short. So she's playing with fire, but that's the role that she's been given, to go out and get Pakistan closer to that target.
She was in business for a while. It was in the air. Just dipped on her, probably very slow to react. She didn't start slow nicely, but that was always dipping on her. Again, another costly miss for Ireland. The 2 in 2 now.
It's just so important when these catches come your way, get quickly and get into position. The quicker you are in position, then your skills to catch a ball come into play. But she was indecisive on that occasion, whether to go forward or not.
Yeah, that indecision. She was slow to react. She wanted to save the boundary also. It's the catch that matters. It's the wickets that matter. If they can get Aisha Naseem or Nida Dar out here, they'll definitely be in charge.
God, brilliant!
Again, looking to hit hard.
Really good!
That's Aisha Naseem for you. If she stays, runs won't matter. She's going to do it quickly. That's the power of the girl. Again, she wanted to go big, hard hands. Even if she doesn't middle it, it goes.
She's got a top edge on it, but it'll land in a safe zone. Again, running sidewards instead of running towards the ball. Have an opportunity of a catch. It was in the air for a long time. You just see that the movement of the player is sideways instead of towards the ball.
Yeah, sensible hitting by Nida Dar. She played it squarer. The fielder was at mid-wicket. She played it over the head of that square-leg fielder. The placement was perfect. That is what you want to see from Nida Dar. Stay there till the end.
She's opting for slog everything. That's a good dive put in, but in vain. Boundary comes in. Pakistan now inching closer, and the gap is also being closed up between deliveries and runs required. 23 of 19 now.
Yeah, great game awareness by Nida Dar. The placement also. There were two fielders, but she placed it right between the two. That is magnificent batting. That is Nida Dar for you. We all knew that as she stays, Pakistan will win. And now they're just 23 runs behind of 19 deliveries. They should get it from here on.
Nida Dar was dropped by Orla Prendergast when she was 19. Not age, but the runs. And now that is costing Ireland. End of the over, 14 gone. It's 97 for 3.
Okay, I actually feel like we're spot on, but yeah, perfect.
Javeria Khan batted really well up the order. 35, she scored of 39. Unfortunately, running herself out. Muniba Ali missed out 12. Bisma Maroof also running herself out. Scored 2. Nida Dar, the best Pakistani batter, still there on 28. As long as she's there, the hope is there. They've got plenty of batting. Alia Riaz still to come. Fatma Sana can bat. So can Umama Sohail. They all can bat.
So can you. But you're just not playing.
Yeah, I can't.
Where are they going? The game is not over. And it's good fielding. That's gone. That's gone. Nida Dar wasn't looking at her partner. Aisha wasn't ready for that single. And it is Aisha's call. It's gone behind the square on the offside. That is not what Pakistan wanted. But has she done the job already or not? Well, time will tell. But Nida Dar takes the long walk.
Oh, she's so disappointed. She hit it straight to the fielder. I wonder where she was going. In my opinion, you cannot blame Aisha Naseem because it was hit hard, straight to the fielder. There was never a run there. She was already halfway there. Easily done by Waldron. She's had a wonderful day behind the stumps. She's done an excellent job here, getting rid of the big batter, Nidha Dar. Third run out tells you the pressure they're in at the moment. Nidha Dar on 28, run out. It's 97 for 3. It's up to Alia Riaz now to see Pakistan home from here on. 66 matches, plenty of experience, best of 57, 19 the average, strike rate also very impressive. But this is a pressure game, this is different.
Again, runs here straight away, bottom edge, that'll go to the boundary for 4. These runs will hurt Ireland. This is not the shot that she really was looking to play, but she got 4 runs of it.
Yeah, not the pleasing way, but an excellent result for Alia. She bottom edged it, very effective. There was no one there. The pace also good, taking it through to that boundary. So an excellent start for Alia.
Trying for the second one. Be careful, because out of the 4 wickets, 3 are run-outs. No idea what they're doing, because they've just hit the ball and left their crease.
The pressure of the scoreboard. This tells you a story. It was hit straight to the fielder. Nidha Dar, because of the pressure of the run rate required, had to run. There was no run available. You cannot blame Aisha Naseem for this. It was definitely her own fault.
It's in the air. It'll clear that inner circle. Will they come back for 2? Yes, they can. 2 more added to the total there. 104 now, Pakistan.
Yeah, as I say, if you want to swing, swing hard. And that's what Aisha Naseem is doing. She's got so much power, even the edges carried away from the fielders. One more time again, falling right between the 2 fielders. And excellent running also. She wants to keep the strike, Aisha Naseem, because she can do it.
It's hit very hard and straight. Good, nicely done. It's cut off.
Excellent fielding. Lewis Little there. After they dropped a couple of chances, they've done well also in the ground fielding. 3 run-outs and this excellent piece of fielding. It's the time that matters. If they're coming, they're getting it together at the right time, these Irish women.
Good call from Aisha once again. So now Pakistan finds themselves in a good position. 6.5 required. 106 for 4.
Arlo, well done. Lulu, brilliant.
I just love the crowd today, and they've shown so much energy. They've been so loud right behind the girls, and that is what you want to see. These young girls coming into the stadium, witnessing this wonderful game of cricket. They've been thoroughly entertained by this game. It's going down to the wire, and that's what you want to see as a spectator. The last over finishes. Right, 13 required of 12. Alia Riaz is on strike. What can she do? Ideally, she can look to get single and get the strike. Give back to Aisha Naseem. That was hit hard, but a dot ball is what matters at the moment. Every delivery matters from here on. 11 runs required. 13 runs required of 11 deliveries. There's a fielder at deep mid-wicket. There's deep cover, long off, long on in place. Alia Riaz, what can she do? She goes straight in the air. There is a fielder, but not quite carrying it to the field. There's just one. Oh, what have you done? That's not the time to do it. You cannot give away these runs at this point. That is disappointment for Gabby. You've done so well in the last few overs, and just when it matters, you've just let one go. That is sloppy, very average work. Look at that, it had nothing, just that awkward bounce right in front of her. She was not covering the line.
It's down to 9 of 9. A wicket here will surely crack a chance for Ireland, but it's about a run a ball now at the moment. Got to catch and grab every single opportunity from here on. Quick single, they should not and will not come back for the second.
Yes, definitely. Their fielding was letting them down, especially in the last few overs. She's been brilliant though. Cannot take anything away from her. But the ground fielding and the catching has not been up to the mark. And had them taken those catches and those ground fielding, situation might have been different. Because at the moment, 8 required of 8. With Aisha Naseem and Alia, they should do it.
Big shot again. Will that go to the boundary? Yes, it does. Aisha Naseem smashes one down to long on and earns a boundary. 4 now required of 7.
Powerful. Even Tawfiq Umar is happy because he knows that this shot has done it for Pakistan. The power of Aisha Naseem tells you a story. Look at that. On the back foot, it even makes it tougher to play it straight. That power taking away from on that long on boundary. 4 of 7.
Big shot again. That's going over, and that's maximum. Pakistan level the series. Aisha Naseem hits the ball out of the park and takes Pakistan to a match win by 6 wickets.
Aisha Naseem has been such a wonderful hitter. She's been there in Pakistan side because of his hitting abilities, and she's done it here in a grand way. Just hit over that long off. There was a fielder, but she cleared it with some ease and won the game for Pakistan. We all thought that this might be a tricky chase, but Nida Dar, Alia Riaz, and in the end Aisha Naseem seeing the team home. She's happy, the captain, why not? They've loved it, we have loved it. It's been that sort of a game.
Yeah, you can just tell by Bisma Maru's expressions that she was tense. She didn't want to lose the series, and now it's level, and courtesy the lady with the helmet the other way around. Aisha Naseem, look at that shot. Over struck, and she's cleared it by a mile. That boundary belongs to the men's game. She possesses a lot of power and is clean hitting. 2 sixes.
Hitting a few big boundaries before she ran herself out. That has been the story of Pakistan, hitting 3 runouts. That's something that they would really have to think about. Giving away cheap wickets to Ireland. Alia Riaz joined in the end, scored a very crucial boundary, but it was Aisha Naseem doing the bulk of runs in the end, hitting those big 6s. The power she possesses is just amazing, and that's how she finished the game, with that huge hit over long off. She deserved it.
Yeah, there were a few opportunities missed by the Irish fielders, especially in the Dar's catch when she was batting on 19, but eventually Pakistan capitalized on those mistakes. There were 3 runouts, as you said, but in this shorter version of the game, 17 overs aside, it was the Ireland team who decided they'll be batting, and in fact they were put into bat. 118 is what they managed in 7 wickets. Pakistan was staring down the barrel, but in the last over, or last 2 overs or so, it was Aisha Naseem and Nida Dar who got Pakistan close and wrapped this game off with 1 over to spare. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the match presentation.
Welcome back once again. And the news is that Pakistan has won the second T20I by 6 wickets, and that's how the match stands. Pakistan winning the toss and putting Ireland into bat. They could only manage 118 runs in their allotted 17 overs. Amy scoring 36 runs, all are getting 20. They all got starts, but no big inning there. Nida Dar was the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 19. Naisha also got 2 wickets, and in reply, Pakistan did it with some ease in the end, 121 in just 16 overs. Javeria playing that important knock up the order, 35. Nida Dar always into runs, 28 she scored. But it was that inning of Aisha Naseem, 25 of just 12 deliveries, seeing Pakistan home. Arlene getting 1 wicket. There were 3 run-outs in this Pakistan's batting lineup. But in the end, Pakistan won the game by 6 wickets and leveled the series 1-all. Right, Marina Iqbal is all set for the presentation.
Welcome to the post-match presentation of the second T20I between Ireland and Pakistan, and we have witnessed a brilliant game of cricket. Pakistan, while keeping the series very much alive, have turned victorious with 6 wickets. First of all, let me welcome and introduce the presentation party. We've got Mr. Usman Waheed, Director Commercial PCB, Ms. Tania Malik, Head of Women Cricket PCB, and Ms. Asmavia Iqbal, Chief Selector Women Cricket. I would request Mr. Usman Waheed to please step forward and present the Trans Group Player of the Match for her crucial innings of 28 runs off just 24 deliveries and grabbing 2 wickets. Is Nida Dar. A very vital role to be played in terms of giving victory to Pakistan. Nida will have a word. सबसे पहले मुबारक हो आपको। एक आदत सी होगी आपको क्रूशल मैचेस में जाके एक अच्छी इनिंग्स खेलने की। ये टेम्परामेंट किस तरह डेवलप हुआ?
मेरा ख्याल है बाय द पासिंग ऑफ टाइम मेरा ख्याल है ये मेच्योरिटी आप में आ जाती है एज अ बैटर, और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेने का एक अपना ही मज़ा है, और आई गेस मैं अब वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेना चाहती हूँ पाकिस्तान के लिए। मेन मेरा गोल ये है कि पाकिस्तान को मैचेस जितवाऊँ। तो जब आपका गोल ये होगा तो आई गेस आप रिस्पॉन्सिबल ज़रूर होते हो।
थोड़ा सा कंडीशंस के बारे में बताएं। लग रहा था कि बैटिंग इतनी आसान नहीं है, तो क्या गेम प्लान आपका था?
आज मुझे भी लग रहा था कि बैटिंग बहुत इजी नहीं है, क्योंकि एक तो वेदर की वजह से भी थोड़ी मूवमेंट थी, थोड़ा बॉल भी स्लो आ रहा था, और जाते हुए मुझे भी थोड़ी सी हुई है, लेकिन फिर मैंने कहा कि मैं एक इम्पैक्ट मेरा वहाँ पे रहना ही था, और आई गेस वो मैंने वहाँ पे स्टे किया और मेरे फिर बैट पे भी अच्छी आने लग गई, स्कोर भी हो गया।
आपने काफ़ी ऐसी क्रूशल इनिंग्स खेली हैं। इस तरह के मैचेस में या इस तरह की जो इनिंग्स होती है उसमें इंस्टिंक्ट ओवर स्किल कितना मैटर करता है?
देखिए जी, बात ये कि जब भी आप इस तरह के मैचेस में आते हो तो सबसे चीज़ बड़ी ये कि आपने क्या इम्पैक्ट डालना है, और मेरे इम्पैक्ट की वजह से बाकी प्लेयर्स को कितना फ़ायदा होता है। तो आई गेस अगर मैं अच्छा खेलूँगी तो आने वाला हर प्लेयर अच्छा खेलेगा, क्योंकि उसको फील होगा कि बैटिंग यहाँ पे ईजी है। तो बस यही मेरा एक टारगेट है।
Very well played. Thank you very much and all the best for the final. Now I would like to call Irish captain Laura Delaney. Laura, must be disappointing for you. You got really close and you've been playing brilliant cricket. Where things went wrong?
Yeah, bitterly disappointed with the outcome. I think we let ourselves down in the field. No one ever means to drop a catch, but there were 2 key players that we did drop. In fairness, I've never seen a 17 or 18 bat the way that Aisha bats. She hits the ball incredibly hard. So it's up to us now to come up with a plan as to how we're going to, I suppose, take her wicket.
Talking about your batting order, you've got top 3 sorted, but do you feel that later in the innings or down the order, you're missing a power hitter?
I don't think we're missing a power hitter. I think it's just about batters executing their plans. I think Orla and Amy batted incredibly well today and have done over the last few games, and I think it's just up to everyone else now to step up and make sure that they cash in once we're out there.
You still got a chance at the series, so what things you would like to improve overall?
Yeah, I think our fielding is the first thing that we're going to have a look at. I'm sure there'll be a couple of other areas that we definitely target ahead of the next game, but overall really happy with how the squad's going at the moment.
Good cricket, hard luck today. All
Thank
the
you.
best for the next one.
Thank you.
I would like to now call Pakistan's captain Bisma Maroof. Bisma, nerves all around?
Definitely, I think very well played by Aisha. She held her nerves and finished the game for us.
Talking about your bowling attack, do you think that there is some plan missing in terms of how to take wickets when there's a partnership going on?
I think today we have bowled extras that has put us under pressure. But yes, rightly you said, we need to take wickets in the middle order, which we were lacking.
And talking about the batting lineup, obviously you've got senior pros as well. So where do you think you can get that extra push to post the big totals?
I think from the start we have to be very positive and calculated as well, and to take calculated risk. And I think Ireland, we have seen that they are very good side in T20s. I think the last game will be very much on, and we'll try to play positive cricket and win the match.
Well, they're definitely pushing you to get the best out of you. All the best for the next one.
Thank you.
And that's all for the post-match presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marina Iqbal. With Pakistan winning this game makes a very interesting thing. So the last match will be a series decider coming to you on 16th November, the third T20I between Pakistan women and Ireland women, live from Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore. Do join us then. Until then, take care and goodbye.
This time a leading edge and gone.
Down the track, over the head. Again, that's lofted over.
Muniba doing a good job behind the stump.
Over.
All that should be taken. Is taken.
Oh, that's gone.
And this to finish, and this is close. Given!
Oh, Josh pulled away, and that'll be 4.
Nidadar hits there better than anyone, and it's gone all the way.